So in this case, the term elsewhere is too vague. But if that were a search warrant, now a warrant of arrest, posible yan kasi in other places. Dahil yun nga, if you run into the person somewhere else and a person is mobile or a person can transfer areas of where they are located, then the warrant usually is open basta kung saan ninyo mahanap yung tao. Yun nga lang, the issue here and the reason tumatanggi si Attorney Torreon is because there is a right to the security and sanctity of your domicile. Hindi po ganong kadali. And so therefore, kumbaga, you're violating the privacy of persons. So the court will have to weigh ano yung mas matimbang dyan. Yung pag-violate ng domicile o yung pag-serve ng warrant na wala namang kasiguruhan kung andun yung tao at hindi po specifically nakalagay yung lugar na yon. With regard to the term elsewhere, this is a warrant of arrest. So nakalagay din sa warrant of arrest yung address kung saan hahanapin yung tao. Because a warrant of arrest, di ba, is under the title of what we call searches and seizures. So there are warrants from the court. A warrant means an order. Okay, by what, when you say unwarranted or by what warrant, you mean by whose order or under what power, under what mandate. So ang warrant of arrest, a search warrant is a search or seizure of personal property. And the warrant of arrest is a seizure of a person. Ngayon, in a search warrant, kailangan specific yung lugar at specific kung ano yung hinahanap. Pero sa warrant of arrest, because a person is mobile, normally yan, pinapayagan yan anytime, anywhere. Kung maingkwento, halimbawa, ng pulis, itong isang taong to, nangyayari yan. Halimbawa, yung may subject of a warrant of arrest, pumunta sa court on another hearing, nakita ng pulis, inaresto sila doon. So, if you're subject to a warrant of arrest, general rule is, wherever you will find that person. Ang problema nga kasi dito is it is not a simple service of a warrant of arrest. Normally nga, ang warrant of arrest, sinaserve yan, dakipin yung tao kasi nakita nyo na dun sa lugar. Pag hindi nakita, you go back to the court, you return, or you have what we call a return of the warrant, and you report to the court kung ano nangyari, you get an alias warrant. Yung alias warrant, yun walang expiration. Kasi ang original warrant, may 10-day period lang yan. And then it expires. You have to return to the court and get your alias warrant. So, dalawa yung naging issue dyan. Number one is it an alias warrant or was it an original warrant? Kung yung original warrant ang gamit ni na General Torre, posibleng hindi na valid kasi nga ni-return na ng NBI yon and an alias warrant has been issued. So, dapat ang hawak ni General Torre is the alias warrant. Number two, ang sinasabi is, ang question dito is yung lugar. This must be resolved by the court. Kasi ano bang ibig sabihin ng court ng elsewhere? If it was an ordinary search of personal property, kailangan with specificity yung lugar. So dapat in fact down to the number. Kung kunwari hindi binigay yung apartment number, you cannot search all of the apartments. So in this case, the term elsewhere is too vague. But if that were a search warrant, now a warrant of arrest, posible yan kasi in other places. Dahil yun nga, if you run into the person somewhere else and a person is mobile or a person can transfer areas of where they are located, then the warrant usually is open basta kung saan ninyo mahanap yung tao. Yun nga lang, the issue here and the reason tumatanggi si Attorney Torreon is because there is a right to the security and sanctity of your domicile. Hindi po ganong kadali. And so therefore, kumbaga, you're violating the privacy of persons. So the court will have to weigh ano yung mas matimbang dyan. Yung pag-violate ng domicile o yung pag-serve ng warrant na wala namang kasiguruhan kung andun yung tao at hindi po specifically nakalagay yung lugar na yon. So this is a matter, tama naman din yung sinasabi ni General Torre na kasuhan nyo na lang kami, which means that this is a case to be brought, it is a controversy to be brought before the court. However, what remains is the right of the people within that domicile. Hindi na pinag-uusapan dito yung karapatan ng tao na subject ng search warrant or ng warrant of arrest, kundi yung mga taong binubulabog ninyo dun sa loob. So again, it goes back, since hindi naman maliwanag yung pag-enforce ng warrant, at least man lang dapat nire-respeto yung karapatan ng mga tao dun sa loob. How long will that warrant be, how long ba ang service of warrant? Ngayon lang ako nakakita no more than 24 hours nagsuserve pa rin sila ng arrest warrant.
48 hours na daw. I am sorry, attorney.
Di ba? In this case, I mean, there's a standard that we usually use into areas kung saan merong nagsuserve ng warrants or nagsumusunod ng orders of the court. And the standard is reasonableness. Reasonable po pa ba to? May basihan po ba sila dito? Now, meron pa silang sinasabi nga na may gigibain sila. Okay, sige, maggiba sila. But after maggiba sila, who will be accountable for the damage? Kung walang mahanap, pananagutan ba nila yung pagsisira nila? Pananagutan ba nila yung gulo na inimpose nila? What about the effect of the people? What about the people whose domicile, who live in these places? Sino po ang mananagot sa danyo sa kanila? So I think that the PNP should keep this in mind, at particularly si General Torre. Unusual talaga. Never. 20 years in practice and I've never seen this happen.
Yeah, do you think, attorney, this is unprecedented in our country's legal history? What's happening now at PDC?
Well, posibleng may nangyari na ganyan in the 1800s, so during the Spanish colonial period. Under the Japanese occupation, posible din po. Pero wala nang warrant noon, di ba?
So this government now is akin to a Japanese occupied government or the colonial government during the Spanish era?
Ang kasi nakikita natin dito is the PNP is treating the members of the KOJC like they are enemies of the state. Hindi naman po ganun. And that's what you call unwarranted. Ano yung basis niya? Natratuhin sila ng ganun. Ano yung basis nila na pagdudahan sila na tinatago nila si Pastor Quiboloy or any of the persons subject of the warrant of arrest? So para sa akin, I don't mind. They do their duty. It's difficult. Mahirap dun sa parte ng PNP kasi nga hindi madali yung nag-execute ka ng warrant, ganap ng batas. Tapos mayroon talagang nasasaktan, mayroon talagang iiyak. Naiintindihan natin yun. Pero service ng warrant of arrest dito hanggang ngayon wala pang naaaresto. And so you're going to weigh in with the other rights. At saka kung may damage na silang nakukos. I think that the reason rin na maraming nakikiisa ngayon sa mga kasapi ng KOJC is kasi napaka-blatant ng paglalabag sa karapatan ng mga tao dito. And I think that that's something that General Torre should keep in mind.
Attorney, yung dito sa warrant, yung pagsisilbi ng warrant, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nasa pang 7 beses na yata itong pagsisilbi nila ng warrant, tapos hanggang ngayon wala pa rin silang nakikita. Ito po ba ay sa tingin po ninyo dito, attorney, may paglabag ba dito sa procedure na to, yung paulit-ulit na pag-serve ng warrant of arrest?
Ang normal nangyayari po, after hindi ma-serve ng warrant, and even if several times hindi ma-serve ng warrant, i-archive yung kaso. Kasi nga, hindi dumadating yung yung akusado. So, kumbaga, matutulog yung kaso. I mean, of course, they can still serve the warrant later on, but the standard will be, again, reasonableness. Reasonable ba yung araw-araw mong binubulabog o linggo mo binubulabog? Yung nakabantay kayo dun sa labas na under siege ang isang buong compound with several families living there. Hindi po yung akusado o hindi po yung subject ng mga warrant ang nakatira dun sa loob. These are other people. What about their rights? So, unusual dito and well, dapat nga ina-archive na yung kaso. It's something I think that they are truly against. Na natatakot sila na dahil nga hindi nila mahanap because of their own failure. Okay, I see this, it is not I cannot ascribe a fault on the part of KOJC kasi wala po akong nakikitang ebidensya na tinatago si Pastor. But what I see here is a failure of intelligence on the part of the PNP. And we're talking about intelligence in both senses of the word. It's a failure 'Di ba? Failure of investigation. Failure hindi kayo marunong mag-imbestiga, hindi kayo marunong maghanap ng ebidensya. Huwag naman kayong mag-violate ng karapatan ng ibang tao. And then suddenly somebody gets this genius idea that, he's under a pile of concrete. Pero nadidetect nila yung heartbeat. Sige, okay, I admit that science fiction can come into play in here. Pero they have no standard of reasonableness. Right now, even the heartbeat they're not even sure about that one. So again, by any standard, this has gone off the rails already. And I don't know who's going to survive at the end of this, whose career is going to survive at the end of this.